but to make great progress, we need to zero in on two areas that go to the heart of improving No Child Left Behind and that have been key to turning New York City schools around. One is people and two is accountability. And by the best teachers, I mean those that have a proven track record of helping children to learn. Michelle mentioned it, but far too much emphasis is placed on seniority or academic credentials when we should really be doing is looking at teachers' effectiveness, and that is what we're trying to do in New York City. First, we showed our teachers just how much we value their important work by raising their salaries over the last 6 years by 43% in over 3 contracts. In return for the 43%, our teachers now teach longer days, more days in the year, give the principals more flexibility. Everybody has been a big winner. And if a teacher continuously fails his or her students, we will work to give principals the tools to remove that teacher from the classroom. We should be treating teachers like the professionals that they are, and that means not only paying them as professionals, which we've tried to do, but holding them accountable as professionals. If you want to get paid more,
parents step the game up, because if you don't, their jobs will be in vain. And what's going on with the public schools?
In my opinion, is that the parents at this point are almost have given up on their children. Over the last 10 years, I see a decline in parents participating, being part of the children's lives in their education in this area.
So parent involvement has to go up.
Hello, my name is Eric Contreras. I am a principal in a New York City public school at the Queens High School of Teaching. It's an American tradition to see schooling as a local function. So as a result of that, the next projection forward is that schooling becomes a function of segregated neighborhoods that are a function of economic segregation. So economic segregation and its marriage to racial segregation leads to using the tradition of American local schooling, leads to that segregated school system. Schools can do a lot in programming, can do a lot in looking at data, can do a lot in after-school programs, can do a lot with bringing parents in, can do a lot with having honest conversations in teacher-grade teams about race. And I think none of them offer the one solution. They all work together. How can we expect kids to spend 12 years of schooling in segregated systems, segregated by race, class, ability, and then say go off into the world and embrace people that are different, but when the only schema they've had is one of segregation? You get what you got before when they tried this. You get protests, you would get, or as I'm thinking, as I'm saying it, I'm thinking maybe things are different now. And maybe, people would tell you we would never get an African-American president in the White House, and we did. So as I'm processing the question literally right now, I'm thinking just maybe now things are different. And I think that, let's say you tried busing kids into neighborhoods, into segregated neighborhoods, and to create more mixed populations in schools. Maybe just today there would be a greater understanding for why that's important.
Tuition is low, and I think that's what attracts a lot of students. It's good professors. They have, they offer a lot of classes, a lot of subjects that I wanted to take.
Basically because I was told it was good in film, which is what I study, and also because I could get free housing. And I don't know, I just wanted to be in New York because it's like the best place to learn film after LA. It's more independent, and it's just one of
a lot of adult students, a lot of people who are full-time job students who maybe can't afford to pay the extra $300, $400, $500 a semester.
I know it's going to affect a lot of people, especially people who are going to try to graduate early. It's going to screw them up a little bit with winter intercession, and if they're going to take summer classes, because those just add up. So, I mean, for someone who's either trying to graduate early or just even someone who's on a regular track, it just...
I think students who are forced to pay higher tuition are going to either have to drop out, go part-time, which is then going to affect their financial aid, because a lot of it is conducive to going full-time. And if they want to stay full-time, they're going to have to get jobs, and that's going to give them less study time, and it's going to affect their grades. So it's definitely going to have a negative effect.
when you have to pay double tuition, which is like $10,000 a year instead of $5,000. So if I have to pay a lot more, it is going to be a problem because $10,000 is already a lot for me.
Money's getting cut, and I'd like, lots of campus-wide resources like the Writing Center and other places are getting cut, and it's affecting. I think it's affecting students, it's affecting employees, and it should be used to.
Education is always something that needs to be invested in. I mean, you're investing in future doctors, lawyers. You're investing in basically what you're investing in, you're going to reap in 20, 15 years. So it's always a good plan to invest in education.
I feel like education is the most important thing in this country, and I already feel like, our education system is dwindling, and I think it's more important to spend money on education than it is to decrease it.